Hello and welcome to Right for America. Issues that unite, don't ignite. I am your host, Cindy Gross, better known as the Jewess Patriot, but you don't have to be Jewish to be a part of this show. In fact, today's show is going to be an example of Jews and non-Jews uniting with food, and that's why we are in the kitchen. The last time I did a show from my kitchen baking challah, we had such a huge response that many of you asked if we could do this on a regular basis. So now, starting today, every fourth Tuesday, we are going to come from the kitchen with the Patriot Palette. Now, remember, my kitchen is kosher. So, what I adhere to in rules might be a little different than your kitchen, but the beauty of it is that we are all Americans, we're all patriots, and we can all adjust our needs to our food and our taste. Before we begin the show, as with every show, I have to first announce the disclaimer that the views of our guest, although today's guest, I have a feeling, has a lot of the views that I do, but any guest or any remark that is being said on the show is not necessarily the views of WGBB Radio, the America First Warehouse, any of the major outlets that cover us, and Cindy's Corners Productions. We hope you enjoy the show today. It's going to be a little bit different. For those of you who haven't seen the show before, because we're getting so many new viewers, my name is Cindy Gross, and ever since I can remember, I've been a proud Jewish Zionist activist. I ran for Congress in 2020 as a pro-Trump candidate. I've worked on 3 campaigns for President Trump. I actually was in charge of Republican overseas for New York and Israel this past election, and we were very successful in bringing over 6 figures of votes that could have made the difference in some of our victories. More importantly, I'm a very proud American Jew, and I am very proud of the coalition building that I have done through the years and the issues that I have worked on that has brought attention to Jews and other minorities working together for a better America. As many of you know, I open each and every show with my pearls of wisdom because my Jewish name is Zisel Perel, which means sweet pearl. And usually you do see me wearing pearls on each and every episode. Well, this week it's going to be a little bit different, and in the coming weeks as well, because I am going to share my Pearls of Wisdom segment with somebody in the Jewish media or a Jewish headliner, a head of an organization, or a politician involved in American Israeli politics. And this week I am bringing on Susan Rosenbluth. Many of you know her through her work in the Jewish Voice and Opinion, and you also know her from her work with the New Jersey Jewish Link. She has also been an outspoken Jewish activist. She, like me, is a Jewish grandma who is very concerned about the future of Americans, about Jews, about stopping anti-Semitism around the world, and about sharing facts and embracing people who want to work together for peace all around the world. Susan, thank you so much for joining me. Can you hear us?
I hear you loud and clear, and I see you even more beautiful.
Well, thank you. First of all, I was going to start with something, but I'm going to read to you a couple of things that I've been reading through social media. And I tell everybody all the time, don't listen and believe everything you see. But some of these headlines are so unbelievable. I just saw that Lebanon and Syria are considering joining the Abraham Accords. Whoa. I just saw that President Trump received a text message from the General Council of NATO that the European nations are going to be joining him in his demands or request from what he wants from them, and that he has a full victory, and that they're all looking to celebrate at the dinner tonight in Europe. Wow. We heard that there really is going to be a ceasefire and that Ben Gurion Airport is open. And that's just what I read in the last 15 minutes waiting for the show to begin. So tell me, what is important? What do you think is the number one important issue to your readers and followers?
That's such an interesting question. Cindy, when we think about what we want that's most important for Israel, the only thing everybody wants is peace. We want our hostages returned. Uh, we want families reunited, and we see that. And if this is a real ceasefire, if Iran is really going to adhere to it, is it amazing? Is it possible? Many people far smarter than I say it is not. Could they be wrong? Please God, we hope they are. Could they be afraid of President Trump? They could be, and maybe they will be. What we always get so frightened of is Israel's general mentality of wanting to kick things down the road, kick the can down the road. We'll deal with it later. We know every once in a while, what do they say? We're going to have to mow the lawn. Hamas, the Palestinian Authority, Hezbollah. But until then, things go on and people work and people have the kids go to school and everything. Life continues as it should. I think the biggest thing we got from October 7th was sometimes you really can't just say, let's kick the can down the road. You don't want to have to do this next year and the year after, or 3 weeks from now, or 6 months from now. You want it to be over. And I think it's why, generally speaking, so many people were, why Bibi's approval rating went so high, because it was generally the feeling we're going to end it. Painful, hard, terribly hard, but it's got to be over. We can't do another October 7th. When Bibi finally said it's now or never, and to get rid of the Iranian nuclear power, we said yes, the time was here. How many of us were praying for President Trump to do something? He certainly kept us waiting. He is ever the showman. He knows what a cliffhanger is all about. And we were sitting waiting within 2 weeks. Well, within 2 weeks could be tomorrow, could be this evening. Within, and of course, we said Havdalah on Motzi Shabbos and found out that he had in fact done it. And there was this feeling of a feeling of rejoicing. Thank you, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Thank you for putting Trump where he is now, because we needed this and nobody else was going to do it. We were going to have it done now. So there was this great feeling. We're an easily frightenable people. I say we, and I include, of course, our Christian brothers and sisters who join us panting on the ground with everyone in Israel. So we got this morning a rebuke from President Trump, and we went, all right, we forgot about everything and everything is all over. Let's not overreact.
I tell people that we don't need to know everything. Imagine if Winston Churchill and Franklin Delano Roosevelt had Instagram accounts all over following them and cell phones in the bathrooms and private meetings. There are things that we don't know and that we shouldn't know. Only time will tell.
It's not that we shouldn't know. We don't want people who shouldn't know to know, and there's no way for us to know if they don't know. So we have to be able to say we have put people in office whom we trust to be doing the best to their ability. Does that mean we stop biting our nails? Does that mean we stop davening? Does that mean we stop saying Tehillim? Of course not. We do that.
Well,
However,
Susan, we have a mostly non-Jewish audience. I have to explain these are special prayers. And our Christian friends are saying prayers. Our moderate Arabs, we hear in the streets of Iran. I think has come to a point, because we're not talking enough about Gaza. We're not talking enough about all the hostages coming home. People forget what Gaza was like before Israelis and Ariel Sharon, then Prime Minister, gave it back. What a paradise. And I
They
know
didn't give it,
it
they
was,
didn't give it back. They gave it
they
up.
never gave, I'm sorry, they didn't give
They
it, it
gave
was
it
theirs
up.
to begin with. Correct.
They
I'm
threw
sorry.
it away.
Thank you for correcting me. But the idea is here that I think people are tired and angry and they don't know which way to turn. And I guess the best reflection of this is and I really don't want to spend time on it today because I'm sure it's on everybody's minds and we did a lot on it last week, but today's primary in New York. If New York elects somebody who wasn't born in America, a socialist, that is the beginning of the end of America because we cannot have this. Wall Street will never be the same. Broadway will never be the same. All the fashion world will never be the same. Even if these people lean Democrat, what's coming in is a lot worse. So I have another question for you that I
Couldn't
know
have said it better myself. Certainly, we watch, we're, we're hoping we're not watching the end of a great city.
I already see and feel even the fact that this is such a discussion that more and more people are leaving. Kathy Hochul could brag that she's either 50th or 49th at the bottom of the list on success. We have more people moving out. We've lost more revenue. We have more homeless, more school failures. The list goes on and on. I saw a list yesterday of about 20 things. We are either 49th or 50th. And our big competition, of course, is California. So before we go, what your last thoughts, what you would like to share from all the work you do, because you really are always with a smile and a hug. She really is like the Jewish grandma of journalism, I call her. And what
I
would
think
you like
what
to
I'd
say?
like people to do, what I would hope all of your viewers and your listeners and people who follow you think, we are all now journalists. Um, thank God. Those of us who I'm going to say it, I hope no one, those of us who worship at the altar of free speech, who recognize that the answer to speech we don't like is more speech. Why do I say that? You and I were talking the other day, and I said what I firmly believe that as a writer, you must never, ever underestimate your reader's intelligence. They're smart. Never overestimate their information.
No.
We need information because people cannot make decisions without it. People often ask me, why is the Jewish Voice and Opinion, the jewishvoiceandopinion.com, and what I write for other papers, why am I one-sided? Why do I take the political conservative position? And my reason for that is that if I thought for a minute that mine was the only publication you were reading, I'd have to give you every side and over the hill and under the sea. I am so sure you are reading other things. Mine is the other side, the side you might not otherwise get. I trust you. Get all the information you can, make your own decisions. I think you'll decide correctly.
Thank you so much, Susan, for joining us, for your updates, for your inspiration. And the next time you are on, may we have peace around the world, and may we
Amen
will be
and amen.
celebrating. May
Next
you
time
all
we
be
come on,
celebrating.
maybe I'll even get a chance to talk to you about my new novel that's coming out.
Fantastic. You got that. Susan Rosenbluth from the Jewish Voice and Opinion. You see her also, New Jersey Jewish Link, and she's very active on Facebook and other social media. Thank you so much for the updates. So, this is the time that a lot of you have requested, and it's in the kitchen with the Patriot palette. And I was thinking, and this was even before we had a heat wave in New York, what can I do that would be a little bit different? And without the headlines, because I planned this 2 weeks ago, I said, I want to do something about food and peace in the Middle East, because nothing can bring together everlasting peace like sitting at a table and eating with your, I don't want to say enemy, but I am your opponent or your opposition or someone who doesn't necessarily agree with you. And enjoying a great meal can solve a lot of problems. So I was thinking what I could do to have my little taste of everlasting peace in the Middle East. And I thought the negotiations start right here, right now, with some of the first courses we have at meals. Because I'm not going to give a history lesson here. You have plenty of research places to look. But if you learned about the history of Jews in Persia, and if you think we're only celebrating 250 years, it is zero to that. And that's how long Jews were active in Persia. Still, so many historic Jewish landmarks are in Iran today. And even though people try to desecrate most of them, there are still some of them up, and people know exactly where our biblical figures are, which is quite amazing. So, trending right now all over, everybody wants to be healthy. Everybody wants to learn more about food. Everybody wants to learn more about Maha, making America healthy again. Well, in Iran, from Persia, and in Israel, healthy salads are a mainstay and very similar for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Is it any coincidence, and I'm going to go get it now, that Persian cucumbers are so popular? People could eat 2 or 3 of these at a time. And if you don't think we eat this in my house, I made this salad on Sunday. I had a lot of liquid left, and you could drain it because these salads last. Here is a description, if you could see it. I hope you see the cucumber salad. It's a Persian cucumber salad. So there are a lot of ingredients that are staples in an Israeli kitchen and an Iranian kitchen. And I'm going to share with you what I think are some of the most popular ones now and that people really want. I just washed them, and I'm going to show you in a minute how I wash all my fruits and vegetables. The first one, probably the one used the least, but still used a lot, cilantro. I use flat leaf parsley. This I see all over, but you could use curly parsley, either one, or both. That's the beauty. No one is limiting you to what you need to use. My favorite of all, I think it's really underused. I could eat this plain. And you know, by the way, you can eat the bottom of all these. Dill. I could just smell this all day. It's just so good. And finally, the fourth one in every Israeli and Persian Iranian kitchen, mint. We also use a lot of fresh garlic. I just buy these because it's easier for me. And we use, depending on what you want, we have a variety of, I have a red onion here. I have shallot here. You see, this is the beauty. All these salads that are so similar, you could play around with the ingredients. You could use a green scallion. A staple to a diet, a salad in Iran, Persia, Israel, any of the Mediterranean diets. And I'm going to tell you a secret. You could use, if you wash it carefully, I love to add the rind into salad. It gives it an extra burst. A lot of people don't do it. I'm telling you a secret in my salads. It gives an extra burst. I just discussed with you cleaning. I want to show you something. Look how dirty the water is. Can you see that? Can you see how dirty my water is? And that's after being washed in the supermarket fresh because I bought it from a farmer's market that washes it right in front of you. Just take a look. Non-toxic, American made. And if you want to know where to get this, DM me or reach out to me on social media. This stuff is amazing. Just a minute in there, and such a little bit. Just look how much I was able to clean. I started because of time wise to chop up cucumbers, tomatoes, a staple in, it's called a Shirazi salad in Persia, Iran, or an Israeli salad. But here are the staples. Now, I happen to use, I want to show you, you can use an English cucumber just as well. By the way, if you want, one of the best ways to store this so you don't have to do this every single day, if you can and you have the space in a refrigerator, I would buy, I have sitting right here on my counter 4 of these because it really is a time saver. Even if you know, don't want to sit all the time in the kitchen. And the other staple for good Israeli and Shiraz salad, now I cut up here in halves. This is all washed already. I I did already about 6 batches of that water. I just saved for you the herb ones. And I'm going to take the tomatoes and the cucumbers and I'm going to mix it together. Okay? Also, if you can, get as many Pyrexes as you can in all different sizes. I have 2 or 3 of each size because they are the easiest to work in and you can easily just put, cover it up and put it into the fridge. A good dressing is usually 1/2 oil to 1/2 acid. And 1/2 oil to 1/2 acid could be vinegar, it could be citrus, it could be a combination. It's up to you. Personally, I use either olive oil or avocado oil. I do not use seed oils. From Israel, I get these infused oils. So if I want a spicier, see these are already infused, a spicy chili, because I don't like to use a lot. I always end up with too many chili and jalapeno and spicy peppers, and I end up throwing them out. This one, this basil garlic, unbelievable. And you're gonna make a really citrusy kind, this lemon flavored is amazing. So what I'm gonna tell you to do is take a cup and do equal parts oil, or for this kind, because I'm going to do a basic one, I'm just going to use a regular olive oil. This one doesn't need as much. You can do 1/3 to 2/3, and I'm just going to use, you could use an apple cider vinegar. You could even use, you don't want to buy expensive, a good plain vinegar. And then where's my lemon? Now what I do is, like just for this, I'm just going to take a little bit, again, rub it on my hands, rub it on here, so it gets all the way around if I don't have time. Usually I like to soak it a few minutes. Rinse it off with boiling water. If you have any questions, if you want to know, you feel like you're missing something, please reach out to the America First Warehouse and they will reach out to me. I will get you multiple recipes. I actually had 3 different recipes to have served today, and I see the time is going by so fast. So here, however you want to squeeze it in. Of course, I don't see my squeezer right now, so I'm going to do the old-fashioned through my hands. And good, no pick out in. You see how you and just for time's sake, here you see how I'm gonna just put in some of I'm not gonna go all the way because we are running out of time, but the basic you need to have some salt, some pepper, some garlic, and of course you're gonna clip in, and I have here an herb clipper. For this salad, I'm going to use some mint. I don't know if you know what I'm using, but this is an herb scissor. I'm gonna really finish this up and I'm gonna take finished pictures and have the warehouse actually post it all. Of course, I'm gonna use my dill because I absolutely, like I said, it's my favorite. Flip it all in, flip it in so that they are small. One thing about salads in America versus Israel and Iran, chopped, the smaller the better. People like that. Chopped salads are really, really popular. I'm going to put in more stuff, but you can see how I'm trying to build this. And of course, I personally like a red onion. You could also put in a green onion. A scallion works really well. You could also do peppers, red pepper, yellow pepper, uh, orange pepper. There's no wrong way to do it, okay? That's the secret. I'm going to really put this together, mix it in. I'm actually going to blend it. If you can get yourself a mini, can you see this? And blend it. I also don't want the noise to go now. But if you could do that and blend it in here, it would come creamier. In the Middle East, they don't use packaged salad dressing. This is what they use. They use it morning, noon, and night. I didn't even put in yet anything, and it smells really good. And I will send you a finished picture. I think we have a couple of finished pictures of salads that the warehouse is going to put up right now. Yes, you see, here are some. You see how some of them look. They're going to show a couple of them now. And then I'm going to get, that's the cleaner that I used. That's the next salad I'm going to show you, an Israeli beet salad. And you could do whatever you want with them. You could put fruit in it. You could put proteins in it. Feta cheese is super popular. Okay, I'm glad. Stop at that picture because I want to show you something. One of the most popular vegetables in Israel and in the Middle East Arab countries is eggplant, grilled. There are so many ways. And I just made a platter of grilled eggplant. I usually actually work with gloves, but for the sake of the show. You see how evenly I just sprayed it? I don't even use salt and pepper on it. Can you see the pic? And, well, also, this one's so soft. Okay. I am going to show you that I made, 1 second. By the way, here's green scallion. And if people like to make multiple salads, if you're going to use uh, a scallion in one salad, then use a shallot in another. Also, color variations are really key to Israeli salads and many of the salads in Iran and the Muslim countries. I bought these prepackaged. These are actually from Israel. And I had to tell you a little secret. Many of the products that are from the Middle East are written with Arabic and Hebrew. So I already sliced up. You see, I told you I have multiple slicers, and this one has a mandolin in it. Can you see my mandolin? And I sliced this right before the show, and I have sliced beets. Beets and pomegranates are very, very popular in Middle Eastern salads. And they're very healthy for you. And just if you wear gloves when you work with them, you will avoid getting the stain, although the stains come right out. I'm going to get a clean bowl. I'm going to show you how I am going to mix them. Okay. I will tell you what goes really, really well in a beet salad, and that is carrot. Now, I want to tell you a secret. I didn't do this one yet, but buy the loose, big carrots in a store because they are the sweetest. I know sometimes we all get busy and we end up buying ones that look like this, but the taste is not the same. I'm going to wash it off. Actually, I'm not going to have time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm going to show you how I use a chopper. And this one has a different size than I use for the cucumber. Whoops. So we could actually put them together. And that's the beauty about Mediterranean salads. There is absolutely no way that anybody can tell you that you're doing anything wrong and they're not delicious. And the best thing of all is you could use a very similar dressing on all of them when you do them. It's going to make too much noise now. Okay. All right, but it's going to come through and it's going to go in here. Now, instead of using lemon and plain vinegar for this, I would use balsamic vinegar and orange with orange zest. So I would tell you, get an orange, wash it, zest it, and you can serve the salad over the grilled eggplant on a platter. Doesn't have to, here, plain platter. Put out the eggplant. And I'm just doing this really quick. Put out the beets. Now where did I put the beets? Shaved carrots. I mean, you could do it flat. You see? I don't know, are you getting this? I will send the pictures all to the warehouse. I don't even have time for my third salad. And it was really a very interesting one. It was an Israeli salad and an Iranian salad that many people in the South will recognize because it's like a German potato salad or Ukrainian potato salad called uluvea. And of course, I'm probably saying it wrong. And it has a citrusy mayo, and I would only use avocado mayonnaise, crunchy pickles, potatoes, eggs, chicken, and again, the four different herbs that I shared with you. I just want to share with you a couple of ingredients that are Middle Eastern that are popular in both Persian and Israeli uh, salads, and actually are used in other recipes for meats and side dishes. And the next time I do this, I will do one dish and I will focus in from beginning to end and take you through that journey. Pickling is really big in the Middle East because of the heat and the dryness, and a lot throughout history as being nomads, both Jews and Arabs and Christians. So here are pickled eggplants. Here are pickles, and they're different than the pickles you get here, but they are delicious. And you cut them up, and I'm going to put actually this in the Israeli salad. It is part of the Iranian salad as well. I'm going to share with you something that I put in a lot of my Israeli salads that is not in either culture, but I think it's just a great crunch. And I really try to avoid glutinous and processed breadcrumbs from the stores. So I like to put in water chestnuts. I also like to cut up. I also like to cut up jicama. Really crunchy in the summer, especially amazing. And this absorbs salad dressing really well. And if you like salsas with fruit, mango salsa, why not make a mango Israeli salad and add the mango in? When you buy the fruits, buy them so that they are extra hard so that you can manipulate them. And pitted vet fruits like nectarines, amazing. Peaches, amazing. In the winter, I make a apple salad with pomegranate seeds. But in the summer, I take out the apples and I add in the nectarines. Another really big ingredient in both Israeli and Persian salads are nuts. Pistachios are very important in Arab culture and in Israeli culture. And this is going to go on my beet salad, pistachios, because I love the color with it. I can go on and on and on. I mean, there's so much here I haven't even shared with you there. Walnuts and almonds. It's a very healthy way to eat. It's a very natural way to eat. And it's loved by all ages and from people from all different parts of the countries. So if we want to have some wonderful peace negotiations, let's start in our kitchen. Let's start a healthy way with salads. Like I said, the America First Warehouse will have the recipes and the finished pictures, and any questions you have, you can reach out to me. If you think you have something you would like to learn, like a brisket, a dessert, something you think you'd like to learn more about, please share it, because you don't have to be Jewish to be part of the Patriot Palette. We are going to be having a new closing segment each week, and that is On the Carpet with Cindy. So many of you who follow me on social media see me at a lot of events, and I've been doing that for many years. I've actually now say no to more than I actually say yes to. But I was at two events recently that I would like to share. But before I do, I am wearing today, and I never wear a bracelet when I am live and when I'm cooking in the kitchen. But this bracelet was made by my dear friend Orna Simkai. Please follow her on Instagram. Orna made these bracelets with the Shema Yisrael. She's the originator of the Shema Yisrael design. She made it for the Soroka Hospital. And as many of you know, Soroka Hospital was a hospital in Beersheba that was destroyed by Iranian missiles. So I'm wearing this please support Orna because she has been nonstop since day one, supporting Israel and all humanitarian aid around the world. And with that, I'm going to tell you about the next event I went to, thanks to my good friend Edna Khalili and Shy Organization. I was at a fashion show featuring Eli Tahari and his wonderful designs and a group of women supporting this incredible organization. I think we're getting the video up. Okay, the first picture, actually the first group we're showing is the first event I went to. That was a group of veterans. Okay, now they have the Shy up. So let's go and watch this beautiful video for the Sephardic Heritage Alliance. This organization specializes in helping those in need in the Sephardic community and celebrating Jewish pride. Now, many of you know, many of the Iranian Jews are Sephardic Jews, so this could not be more timely. And Eli Tahari is probably considered the OG of Sephardic Jewish designers who has been around for decades. Many of you have bought his clothing in all the major department stores for years. He was one of the first to dress the working woman. He was one of the first to dress modest brides and their families. And you probably recognize through social media some of the models who supported Shy and Eli Tahari Designs. Also at the event, you'll see some pictures. I was very lucky to sit with the Consul General's wife, Adi. I think that's her. Yes, he's talking with her. And we had County Executive Bruce Blakeman there, and we had a couple of other elected officials. It was really a beautiful celebration of a community really embracing each other and embracing helping one another, which is really what it should all be about. So thank you so much for including me. There's Bruce. There's Edna, who invited me in the center, who organized this with a lot of wonderful women. There's something for everybody, you can see. And they raised a nice amount of money for Shy, SHAI. If you want to learn more about the organization, please reach out to Shy Organization and tell them you saw this through the Jewess Patriot. And the other, okay, as that's ending, the other event I went to, actually also County Executive Bruce Blakeman was at, something that's dear to my heart.
Anti-Semitism.
That's Missy Miller. That is the legislator Missy Miller. That's Sid Mandelbaum, the head of Rock and Wrap It Up, a Jewish war veteran, a son of Holocaust survivors, and the opening of a food pantry in the 5 towns. And it was really an incredible job to get this done. We had hundreds of people come for the first day. And Bruce Blakeman was there. I believe we have the video of the ribbon ceremony coming up.
Food insecurity, our veterans.
And you can see we were there.
It
was a hot day, but it was even hotter in Success for the food pantry. That's worked many years on getting this together.
You guys are involved in community service and helping people.
And they also advocate for veterans, because we still had in the group several people in their 90s who actually fought in the Korean War and the Vietnam War, and it's just amazing to listen to proud Americans and proud patriots. I think we have a couple more pictures from the event. There's Missy Miller with her ribbon. We had two ribbons, actually, one from the county and one from the local legislators. We had a yellow ribbon and a blue ribbon. And it was just a beautiful, 2 citations were given. It was a beautiful gathering of patriots, of veterans, of volunteers. It takes a lot of work to get this together every week. And it's done 3 times a week. And I think finally, I think we do have time. I was very lucky to be asked to talk about anti-Semitism on Real America's Voice, on Media Exposed with our friend Adam Weiss. And I think we have a clip from that aired Sunday. We had thousands upon thousands of views, and we had a lot of response on social media. So thank you, Real America's Voice, for including me. Well, anti-Semitism is nothing new. It's been around for thousands of years. It will continue. The common thread that people have because they're angry with themselves is to blame somebody else. Who's the easiest to blame? The Jews. Why? Because we're the first to donate when anybody has a crisis around the world. Even our enemies, Israel is the first to donate humanitarian aid. I mean, think about how the hospital that was bombed, right. Actually the hospital that is used by Palestinians and Muslims that supposedly hate Israel.
I didn't know that,
So,
Cynthia. Thanks for pointing that out, because obviously the media won't.
and with that, my closing remarks to you are, first of all, think of ways to get along and not fight. And if it happens to be with a salad, if it happens to be with a dessert, then do it. It's amazing how much more we have in common than we don't. The other thing I'd like to share with you is pray for America, pray for everybody around the world. Pray for our president. We elected a president. We did not elect social media influencers and pundits around the news. There was a reason why Donald Trump was around in 2016. There is questions now about the 2020 elections, and I don't like to say things like that, but now we are looking to find out answers, and we are seeing the world look at us quite differently in 2025. It is a time to reflect. It is a time to think about what's important. Health, family, faith, education the right way, having a good self-esteem. The last one is so important because so many people do not have a good self-esteem, and that is why the world is in a turmoil the way it is. Too many people are looking at what's important as really not important at all, and vice versa. Instead of sitting on social media, go visit your grandmother and give her a hug if she's still around. Go call an aunt or a cousin who's your age. Many of us are having graduations. I'm going to a niece, I'm going to a nephew. Several people I know are going to their neighbors. That's the beauty of our country. We are not limited, just like the salad dressing recipe. It is not limited. Again, if you would like the cleaner that I use for my fruits and vegetables, I'm actually hosting an overview of how to live healthy eating twice this week, and I'd love for you to join me. Please reach out on social media. We would love to have you. It is so important to take care of yourself, especially now. And be sure to drink a lot of water and stay inside during the heat wave, because 150 million of us are affected by it. I hope you go out and vote in New York the right way so that we do not have socialism. Because if New York goes down, the rest of the country and the rest of the world will too. God bless you. God bless America. God bless our troops. God bless the Israelis. God bless President Trump. God bless Bibi Netanyahu. I am Cindy Gross. I am the Jewess Patriot. This is Right for America. Issues that unite, don't ignite. We're back to having multiple guests next week, and I'm very proud to tell you the first guest coming on next week is Congressman Tim Burchett, a big supporter of MAGA, a big supporter of President Trump. He had a big victory this week in Congress with the approval and the passing of a bill that he sponsored that he's going to talk more about. And upcoming shows, we're going to have several more elected officials. We're also going to spotlight some local elections because local elections are the people that count in your daily lives the most. Please reach out to us on Facebook, Instagram, X. You could reach me, Cindy Gross, Grosz, on LinkedIn. And please follow the shows on Rumble and on Jewish Podcast, Apple Podcast, Spotify, and I'm probably missing a couple of others, but when you see the promos, you see them all there. One last thing. This show is on the America First Warehouse. It is the only non-Jewish media that allows an Orthodox Jewish woman to come on and talk about issues that relate to Jews and non-Jews. It is the only media place that out of Ronkonkoma, New York, people like Tom Holman, Cash Patel, Scott Lebedo call their second home. It is a Trump museum. It is the grassroots place for the MAGA movement. We have a limited number of spaces for affordable advertising opportunities on the shows. Because of the success of the shows, we are now going 3 full days and Friday nights. Be a part of our family. Come to our live events. If you can donate, that'd be great. And if you would like an affordable advertising opportunity, please reach out to the America First Warehouse. I will see you next week with Congressman Tim Burchett. Please reach out for the recipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Cindy Gross, the Jewess Patriot. Anti-Semitism is nothing new. It's been around for